Hey everyone, we are live here at the gathering. We are interrupting our Tulip Festival retreat that's been going on all week. So comment, jump on in, tell us where you're from. We have something super special for you today. We are so excited about this. Over a year in the making, and you all know what that is, right? But we're going to save that for last. So in the meantime, we are going to visit a little bit with the girls here at the gathering while you're all jumping on and finding us and all that kind of stuff. But I want to introduce to you our two new retreat managers first. So Joni and Judy, come on and say hi. I didn't tell them they were going to do this. Come on in.
Hi.
Yeah, so this is Judy and this is Joni, and they will be they're in charge of making sure all your stuff is figured out for when you come here to stay at the gathering. Mm-hmm. All right.
We're excited to be here.
Okay. Yeah, you're liking your new job so far?
I love it. I love it.
All right, and Judy's been with us for a while. You might recognize her from customer service. She has moved over to the gathering here, and together her and Joni are co-managing the part of it, and along with Erica, she's still here as the main manager of the retreat, Chef Erica. But these two are the ones that deal with you guys before anybody else does. So
one thing I have to say that's been really fun for me, because I did customer service and talked to a lot of you on the phone and got to know you over the phone, is where's Debbie? Miss Debbie, come over here.
Come on up, Debbie.
So Debbie is from Florida, and she's one of our online customers that she orders quite often. And so this week she came for Tulip Festival. I was able to get her. She came by herself. She didn't have any quilting friends that wanted to join us. So for me personally, it's been really fun to put a face to a name that I talk to often. So Debbie's been here all week with us.
And you're by yourself, but now you have lots of friends, right?
I have lots of friends now. It was great meeting you and you and you and them.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
Right now, there are probably 50 to 60 people here at the gathering. We have the Tulip Festival going on. Joanne has her Stitchers Gathering going on. She has that one Thursday a month. Even though we have a retreat here, we still do our regular clubs, all right here because this place is big enough. And of course, Chef Erica does a good job of feeding us all, soup and salad bar, and Mickey over there, she does a lot of the salad bar stuff. So yeah,
we've had a lot of fun this week. We've had several birthdays. So Lisa's cousin Mary, it was her birthday. We got to have cake with her. And then Kate and Pam, if you want to come over here for a minute. We had a mother-daughter that came to their very first quilting treat together. And we were able to celebrate Pam's birthday. So it was just a special treat for us here at the gathering to be able to celebrate. And Erica made a wonderful white-on-white cake with almond flavoring. It's the first time Erica ever decorated a birthday cake. So that was just really special fun.
On the Facebook post for the gathering, and you'll see the cake. Yeah,
Kate posted a picture. So it's just been a really special week.
They've taken great care of us here.
And Kate is making this awesome quilt over there on the wall that even Kaylee was like, oh my God, I love that quilt. But so maybe you'll see some pictures of that on the Facebook group as well. All right.
Can I just say something real quick?
You can say whatever you want, hon.
This place is the best. It's like, I have a 7 and 8-year-old at home, and my mom and I left the men in charge, and we came here, and it is just, you don't have any cares. You just wake up and you get to be creative with supportive and talented women, and you learn a lot, and you eat delicious food, and we're trying to figure out how we can come back.
And where'd you guys come from?
Dayton, Ohio.
Dayton, Ohio. Did you drive?
Well, if we come back, we'll drive. We
Okay.
think that's maybe how we can
Okay.
sell it to the guys to save a little money.
They flew.
Okay. They flew.
We flew, and we rented machines. So.
Yeah. Our airport is only like 15 minutes away, so it is nice to be close to an airport.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And they have great machines to rent if you can't.
Yeah, it's the same machine we have at home, actually.
Oh, perfect.
So.
Good.
I just wanted to add something too, that you can watch all the YouTubes and they're great. Don't get me wrong, the YouTubes are wonderful. But when you're here in person and you see the technique done and all those little side questions that you had that go with that technique and no one's there to answer, someone's here to answer. So we really appreciate the fact that Lisa goes in and beyond the technique and things to know about it. And a shout out to Chef Erica for accommodating us gluten-free people, and it's still such excellent food. The cookies are awesome.
And Lisa is here all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, don't be promising that.
She may sleep at home, but she doesn't sleep long.
Well, yeah, 5:30 the other morning I was
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
And you can shop every day if you want to. It's just steps away.
I heard a comment. Oh my gosh, the quilt shop is right next door. So if you ever need anything or forget something between either the store or what we have personally, we will hook you up if you were flying in and forgot something. Everybody here, like all these women from wherever they came from, we just all end up being friends. I heard a couple comments like, hey, can I have your name because I want to know when you're coming back again, meaning another guest talking to another guest. So they really love that person so much that they want to hang out with them. And the person who we were talking about is kind of a frequent flyer. So I think she's been here 4 times already in one less than a year's time. So that's pretty fun to hear that, people want to still hang out with each other. And a lot of these groups will, even though you have 2 people here, 5 people here, 3 people there, they end up coming at the same time. So that is really heartwarming when that happens. Right?
Do you want to see what I'm working on?
Yeah, well, let's show. Okay, so we are doing Tulip Festival this week. So here's one of the projects that Debbie has, and we just started stitching today. They laid this down yesterday, I believe, right?
Right.
And now I said today was stitching day. We are going to concentrate on all the stitches. And I'm pretty much here the whole day, hanging out with
It'll
them.
look like that.
Yep, so that one was mine, that one's hers.
Yep.
All right,
She
so
helps with
yeah.
how to get the thread in the needle. It's really good.
It's very important
It
to
is
get the
very
thread in the
important.
needle.
And yeah,
Yes,
it works
yeah.
really good.
But please don't tell somebody that you flew all the way here to Florida to learn how to thread your needle.
no, I won't.
I don't think they'd be impressed by that.
No.
All right, so we usually always give away prizes, but I thought we are going to give away a big prize today. So we are going to do double prizes for you guys at home next week. Next week's live is all about works in progress, just kind of hanging out with me. I'm going to show you, catch you up on all the things going on, and we're going to do double prizes next week. Okay, girls, write that down, double prizes. No prizes today, so I'm sorry if you were on at 11:30 waiting to get the first on prize. I'm sorry, but be on next week and we'll get you that prize. All right, thanks girls so much.
thank you.
All right, so I have a couple other girls that might want to come and share their quilt tops that they already have done, and we just been here since Monday. So come on girls, I love that they're not shy and are willing to come on. And so this is the quilt we're doing. It's called Waddles. 1 duck and 15 tulips. And let me tell you, some of that tulip piecing wasn't the easiest at first. So they are all here helping me proof this pattern, so when it gets sent out to those of you who want this pattern, it will be as close to perfect as we can get it. So we've pretty much ironed out all the kinks in this pattern, thanks to Shar. Where's Shar? She's my master pattern tester. She's over there. Thank you, Shar. She's like, I read every word, and I don't like how this word says. So that's what I want, because I'm pretty much a seasoned veteran quilter, and I look at the pictures, and I'm here to tell you. So Shar, thank you for looking at all those for me. So what do you have to say about what you've done so far? Anything?
It's been lots of fun.
Yeah.
And it's not just quilting and stitching, it's fun.
Right, it's more about that. It's more about connecting and talking about, everyday life stuff as well, right? Because we all have issues and whatnot, right?
Well, and I sat down at the table and I had no idea who I was with, and when I asked the 2 ladies beside me, where are you from? They're from Dayton, Ohio, which is where I'm from. So
Oh,
we're going to drive back next time, right?
that is awesome. That is awesome. All right, Rita, you got anything?
Just enjoying my time here at the retreat. treat.
All right, so this is Peggy, right?
Yep.
All right, and Rita. Oh, I got that right. All right, perfect. Okay, thank you so much, girls, for one, your speedy sewing skills. All right, we appreciate that. And two, for coming on and not being chicken. All right, Miss Maria, come and show this fabulous quilt that you worked on.
I can hide behind this when it's tall.
Oh, you don't have to hide. Look at this. So this is my fabrics from Starlight, right?
Yep, Starlight Gathering.
Yeah, and then you added that red dot.
Look at the pin sticking out of it.
Yeah. So Maria is from Minnesota, and she's bought 4 friends with you this time?
Yeah,
Yeah. All right, and this is a Minnick and Simpson pattern, right?
it is.
Is it, do you know what it is? Is it a free is a standalone pattern
It's
or
a
in a book?
standalone pattern, and it's on her Etsy shop.
All right, this would make awesome Quilt of Valor quilt too.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Just
they're
so you
pretty
know.
quick.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
I fought the starching thing forever.
You fought it?
Yeah, I didn't want to.
Did you succumb this time?
This is starch.
This is the first one?
Yeah.
All right, but tell them what you brought.
Okay, so we bought Stay Flow. The starch,
Sit down.
The starch thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I bought Stay Flow starch and mixed it with water, and I bought a weed sprayer. And I spent $9.99. Spend an extra $10 and buy a nicer one. But it works great. We just put our stuff. We were all outside the other night. It was windy, so we were on the other side, and we were spraying our stuff and hanging them all over the place. And so that's how we did ours. So you can see the starch on it a little bit. But
Yep. Yeah, and that's what happens most of the time with Stay Flow,
Yeah.
is it's hard to get some of that out. But if you wash it, which
It'll
you're
wash
going
right
to,
out, yeah.
it'll wash right out. Yeah.
So yeah, we're all kind of sold because we have really nice points.
Yes. Yeah, I mean,
guys?
it doesn't make you perfect, but it makes you darn close, right?
We'll take all the help we can get.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing that. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Okay, somebody
All
else's
right.
turn.
Okay, let me see my list here, make sure I don't forget anything. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so now it's time. Oh, you want to show the mat? Oh, do I have anybody who wants to show their tulip mat in progress? We might as well show all 3 of the projects. Come on, no chickens. Anybody got theirs? Want to show it? All right. This is the 3rd project that we're making today, or this week, I should say, not today. But it is 12 tulips and then an extra tulip for a, how can I say that, commemorative pin cushion for the tulip event. So those were our 3 projects here for this week. So thanks, girls, for sharing all your things with us. And now it's time to bring on the stars of the show today. And guess what? We have Kevin today. So come on, Kevin and Audra. And Nick. Come on, Nick.
Thank you.
All right, come stand beside me.
How
honey.
you doing, Lisa?
Oh, awesome. I'm so mad that I couldn't go to the first 2 gifting. Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right. I'm so mad. I was like bawling. I was in Ohio. I'm like, do you think I could leave early from teaching at this event so I can go home? Because, you know, you guys don't plan those very far in ahead. So I was in Ohio. I did get to go see the gifting of the first 2 bikes of the year that you did at one time.
We did. You know, we're giving away 8 bikes this year, which is record
8.
breaking.
8.
And
I can't imagine how that makes you feel.
I just gave myself
I
goosebumps.
know, right? I got it too.
You know, every day we talk about this, and every day it's still overwhelming to us that we just set this goal of doing 1 a year, and it's 8 a year. So it's unbelievable. So we have to do things a little differently. So 2 at once.
The good thing is we get to make it up as we go.
Yeah.
We have no idea what
Yep.
we're doing, and we make
nobody
it up.
telling you what to do.
Yep, that's right.
That's how I live life.
Yeah, exactly.
I bet that's not true.
No, it is true. Whatever.
I do got to tell you, one secret is, you know, we've made it up as we go, but when we started this, I remember telling Aud, I'll bet you someday we'll end up in a magnificent quilting studio with a live audience. and they'll have done this fabulous fundraising for
I
us.
bet you dreamt that,
That was
right?
always the goal. Yeah.
Who'd have thought, right?
Who'd have
Not,
thought?
not me.
right?
This is
Bikers
awesome.
and quilters.
Yeah.
Bikers and quilters.
I love telling the story. You know, anytime we're together with a group and people ask us about Hogs for Heroes, this is absolutely one of the things we talk about, and people just kind of,
don't
and
get
it makes it real. You know,
Right.
it's something people wouldn't think about. It's organic. It just happens. And
Well, I tell you what, when Lisa came up with the idea, I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, this is never gonna work. Are you kidding me? Bikers,
Well, he doesn't know his
bikers
wife.
and quilters.
Yeah.
Bikers, quilters, tattoos,
But you throw in the
everything.
veterans.
You know,
Yeah.
we got
You
the
throw in the
primitive-
veteran thing.
You
you
know, all
know.
the tattoos and
Yeah. Well, there's
quilters.
there's a lot of veteran quilters too.
But holy
Absolutely.
man,
There are.
these ladies, gone.
They rose to
knocked
the
it out
equation.
of the park.
The
Yeah, it's
anything I asked for, they pretty much exceeded my expectations.
Yeah.
I wanted to raise $25,000 because I figured that's about, kind of the average price of a motorcycle. I mean, I'm sure there's much bigger or much more expensive ones, and some are a little bit less than that sometimes. But I thought if we could do 25, that would give us a good start, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Are you ready?
Okay.
No, I'm not.
No.
But you're going to do it anyways.
I've kind of kept Kevin in the dark because
Okay.
you've
So
given
he's got
me-
no clue.
He's got no clue what's coming.
So typical male. That's how I am.
Yeah.
Too. I don't know anything.
Always in the dark.
So somebody's got the beeper button ready in case I let out a
we're
shocking
all
bad word.
adults.
Okay.
If you say
Get
something
ready with
wrong.
it.
Yeah.
Beep, 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 beep.
All right, so just to don't show it yet.
No.
Okay, so
All right.
this is because quilters around the country stitched, donated money on behalf of friends and family veterans in honor of. We gave out. Katie Nolan put a pattern out there that people were able to purchase where the proceeds went to it. Katie donated. We, Primitive Gatherings, donated for fabric sales, $10 for every fat quarter tower we sold. We sold 600, so that was $6,000 just right off the bat to get us going. So, and then we had an auction where artists, whether they were painters or beaders or graphic people, donated items that we could raffle off. So it's a big, we'll get to that, group effort here. And we could have not done this without the quilters' help, because this is so awesome. So,
You ready?
and we're not done yet. We have another thing that we're gonna keep doing, and we're gonna talk about that as well. But yes, so we are so happy to present this check to you guys.
Are you ready?
Yep, we're ready.
Everybody ready?
Are we
Y'all
ready?
ready?
Are we ready?
All right, here we go.
So, on behalf of all the quilters in the country and Primitive Gatherings and everybody else out there, Lisa and I would like to give to you this check for $43,462.31. Is that
Lisa.
I hope someone has a real one.
I'll figure out how to make this work. Don't worry.
Yeah,
awesome?
so
You got tears in your eyes.
do what you need to do with that,
Yeah, I do.
and we know it'll be good.
Honey,
Yeah,
that
so-
is just so unbelievable. And I'm so glad I wore waterproof mascara today.
Me too.
Yeah. I'm glad I just didn't wear mascara.
Oh.
But I know that a lot of you have already heard us talk about what Hogs for Heroes does. And I think a lot of you probably in this room already know what we do. But right here, this is life-changing money right here. And that you wrapped your arms around us and our cause, just this small little Wisconsin effort, is so stunning to us as well. But what we do with this money, buy Harleys to put injured veteran riders back out on the road. And they then find that peace and that control in their life. And they find some joy. And they find some pride in owning a piece of equipment like that. They find brotherhood. And for many of them, they have not had that kind of brotherhood in their life, that kind of support, that kind of understanding since they left service. So struggling with their injuries, physical and mental, psychological, emotional, and not having that support system, and then not having their passion in their life. You're reconnecting them with a tool that heals. And you know what World Therapy does for you too.
I do.
And we get it as well. And I don't know that anybody else in here rides, but certainly there are those of you at home who do. And thank you. Thanking you for helping us change lives. I mean, this is just unbelievable. $43,000.
Isn't it awesome?
That's like a
All
bike
because-
and a
all
half
because
right
of you
there.
guys.
Them.
Yep.
All because of them.
Yep.
But I also want to say, all because of the two of you.
Yeah.
Lisa,
How about
you.
for Lisa?
Yeah. Because back in 2019? Yeah. It was a day in May where she happened to walk into the dealership in Fond du Lac and see what we were doing in action. And I tell people this all the time. There is nothing like seeing us in action as we
Nothing.
give
No.
a
Okay.
bike to truly understand what we do.
It's incredible.
And Lisa walked out of there, tears in her eyes, saying, I'm going to do something more. So
I
you
just
did.
felt so compelled. Like, I can't even describe it, but I thought, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to figure something out.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you more than figured something out here. Look at what you
Yeah.
did between designing this beautiful pattern and then motivating people across the nation to join in with you. I mean, unbelievable. So incredibly generous. And here I go again, blah, blah, blah. Kevin,
at it,
would you
though.
like to say anything?
Well, with that introduction, I'll blah blah. Again, I don't want to repeat everything you've heard before and what Audra said. A couple things I will add. That 100% of this $43,462.31 will go towards the veterans. That was one of the reasons we started the church. Thank you. Obviously, all of you here and out there have huge hearts, and I'm sure you donate to many causes in many ways, but one of the things that bothered us is when you didn't know where the money went. So you can be assured 100% of it goes to the veterans. You'll know exactly what it does, and if you go out to our website, you can see every veteran that's received a bike. You can read their stories, you can see the bikes they've chosen, and that's why too, when Lisa was talking about the giftings, one of the reasons we do it, a public gifting, so everybody can come and see. If you're anywhere in Wisconsin and follow us on Facebook, we'll let you know where we are. Come and see the life you impacted, the veteran you helped save, and the bike you helped purchase. That's really important to us, so thank you.
And we're going to be changing a life with your help right here this
and
summer.
you have to promise us that you let us know as soon as possible when that is. So
We
you
will.
know, who knows how many quilters will show up to watch that happen too? Because
Wouldn't that be
Yeah,
awesome?
I
Wouldn't
know,
that be
right?
awesome? We'll be working on that.
Yep.
You can bet that we will be working on finding that veteran this summer to connect right here with you.
Oh, right here. Okay.
Right here. We're gonna do it right here.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
We're
look
gonna
at
drive the
this
Harley
gorgeous
in.
place.
Breaking
Yeah, breaking
Get a
news.
Harley in here. Oh, yeah.
Or out there, you know.
Might not be able to start it in here, but we can get one in here.
It's a nice flat surface out there for a lot of bikes.
A
Yep.
lot
All
of
right, I
bikes.
have some other thing, one other
Oh,
little
goodness.
item of business we need to do. So you see this quilt behind you? This is your quilt to take home. So we wanted to gift you with a quilt to remind you of how what you do, impacts our lives, and we wanted to make this for you to give to you because you're two so awesome.
I love it.
All
I absolutely love it. And you all know, you've heard me say this like I am willing to pay good money for this kind of art piece because I do not stitch. I do not even sew a button on. And so to have this piece from you, and it's got one of those little thingies to hang on the wall,
It does.
right?
A little thing.
Yes, it's called a sleeve. All right.
Wait,
So
your
it-
shirt says, "I stitched for a hero." What do you mean you don't
So
stitch?
just put some little stitches in here, right? So right there, you put the, and we could even make you that hanger if you need that too. So I kind of like,
I love this.
I did
love
write
it.
my name on it, and I
Oh.
gave you one of those little, so your patches are there. And if you want to take a couple more of those patches. Oh. I put a patch on there, yeah. Okay.
Well, Nick, you asked me before, what are you thinking? One of the things I was thinking is my
Happy
grandmother,
about that.
now deceased, used to make quilts. Nothing like this.
No.
Some of you might remember it back then, it was during the Depression. The quilts were the old shirts and T-shirts and drapes and things, and I keep them to this day. My dad would say to me, why do you have those? God, those things are ugly. I'm like, no, but Grandma made them, and they're awesome. So this one is an art piece. The others we just
No, it's very functional as well if you ever need to use it and wash it and any of that kind of stuff. Or it can hang on a wall, whatever you want for it to do. Love it and use it.
Thank
Oh,
you.
Yes.
thank you. That is so
All right, so sit down for a little bit here. We just want to show you a couple. Oh, okay. We won't sit on your quilt.
I'm surprised
All right,
I was allowed to
so-
touch it.
Y'all, some of you know we are in the process of collecting more blocks because we have another secret mission that we really don't want to quite tell you what is, but if you're pretty smart, which I know most of you are, you'll figure out what they're for. So I find it hard to do something for one person and not all. So I'm pretty fair across the board. So we're going to try to do all of the previous recipients of bikes because I can't give our person a quilt and not them. So that's what we're doing with these. So we have boxes and boxes of them,
so awesome.
and we have all your names on them. So I am going to write on the backing everybody's name on that quilt, whose block went in that quilt, your name, where you're from. So when that veteran looks at that quilt, he's going to understand that he is that important, that somebody from Florida, somebody from Iowa, someone that whatever, stitched for his or their quilt. There are women too. Yeah, I always forget about that. Yeah, so
Female vets.
we want to give you guys credit, and your quilt, your name will live in their quilt to know that you guys stitched. And I saw somebody do 8 of them.
Really?
One
Oh,
person.
wow.
Do 8. Yeah, so these are full of them. I think we have 200 or so. So we're looking.
And do you need more?
We need more.
We need more.
We need more so that.
Why don't you get on that, Audra?
So we do need some more, and we are going to start putting them together into quilts already because we have a pretty good start. So thank you for that. This is so awesome. But I know in my heart that you're going to come through, and we are going to have enough to do all 30 quilts, I think, by the time you.
Yeah.
We're going to be
Yeah.
about 30 of them.
Yeah.
So thank you if you already have donated one. If you haven't yet, maybe you want to now. Okay? And we don't care what fabrics, red, white, and blue can be anybody's fabrics. They don't have to be my fabrics. They can be any red, white, and blue. We will take them. You don't even have to do the same. Can you grab me one of those? So we do have a couple variations. So you don't have to do this little 2-inch star if this scares the bejesus out of you. You can do this. We just want stars because we think our veterans really probably would rather have stars because it's more like their American flag. So that's why we did a new block for them. Okay. All right. Do we have anything that anybody that I missed or anything? Do we have any questions or anything? Okay. The pattern is on my blog, lisabongean.com. I believe, Heidi, it's on the sidebar. Click here to get the Hogs for Heroes block. Yep. So if you're on a computer, it's on the side. If you're on a phone or a tablet, you might have to go down to the end to find out what's on the sidebar of our blog. All right. Any other questions on the live or anything?
We have a question here?
Yes. Cindy.
By what date would you like them?
Well, we would like them by June 1st, but June 15th is probably still doable.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think Moda is going to send us some stuff for backing, so they're going to help chip into our cause. So that is my fabric company that
Yeah,
produces this fabric.
that's awesome.
Yeah, they're
Your, wait a minute.
they're
Your
av-
fabric company?
my fabric company.
Don't let Mr. Mota hear that.
Well, I'm part of that family.
Your.
All right. Any other questions? No, we're good.
How many bikes have you given away so far?
Oh, yes.
So before this season, leading up to this season, we've done 22. And this season, we're going to do 8 at least. So we hope to end the season with at least 30 motorcycles and 30 veterans back on the road.
Are they all Wisconsin veterans?
Yes, they are. And the reason being is simply because Hogs for Heroes is basically you're looking at it. And it's mainly, this is where the work gets done. I like to ride bikes and hang out with vets. But so we thought we needed to kind of limit it that way.
Is it happening in other states?
We don't believe so. We're not aware of any other organization that does that.
Well, and maybe somebody else in different states would, jump onto your bandwagon and do their thing.
It was truly, our vision. And when we came up with this idea and we did the research, we were stunned that nobody else was doing it because it seems like such a perfect thing, right?
Well,
and it makes such
the
good
Harleys
sense.
are a Wisconsin thing too.
Harley
so.
is a Wisconsin product, so that's why we stick
If
behind
you've
it.
ever seen a gifting, it's so emotional.
It's
It
hard.
is.
Yeah, it's just so.
It is.
Yeah, it's hard to describe what it's
Well,
like.
and bikers are, there's a brotherhood and a sisterhood between, regardless of who you are, lawyers, doctors, quilters, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't matter who you are.
No, and there is a mass mixing of people
Oh,
from
yeah.
all over, and you're all united by a love and passion for riding. And bikers tend to be a predominantly patriotic group as well.
I would say so.
And so it is. I mean, it's just a crowd of good people, and you won't find bigger hearts. Although now quilters, of course, you guys are running up against them there. But
All right.
yeah.
Well, I thank you for coming in for
Oh,
this. I thank all of you
Yes,
out there
thank you.
again.
Thank you.
I want to thank my staff for, cutting all these fat quarter towers for you guys,
They're all right, aren't they?
packaging, shipping, getting that all out there. All the people, the technical stuff, the website stuff, all that stuff to make it happen. I am not doing this alone. I'm not shipping your order. I'm not signing things. I don't do that. I create. So I have a huge staff here, and I want to give a shout out to them here as well
Yes.
because
absolutely.
they do a great job.
Thank you.
All right, so that's it. We handed off the money, and now it's in your balls in your court. We just have a little bit of business here to do before that gifting of our bike, and
That's coming soon too.
oh yeah,
It will be here very soon.
That'll be awesome.
we're pretty good with
Yeah.
working with deadlines. So I'll be like, hey, let's go. Who wants to come to the gathering and sew quilts together, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, everyone.
one more thank you.
One more.
Thank you to all of you at home.
Any
Thank you
questions?
to all of
We're
you
good?
here.
Sign it always.
Peace out.
All right. Take care, everyone, and thank you again. Bye now.